In this video, we're going to talk about the parts that need to be cut before we put it all back together. My techniques for cutting and my tools are going to be different than other people's. So, and liability, all that stuff, I think I'm just going to tell you where we're going to cut. And some people are going to use bandsaws, some people have cut-off wheels. Yeah, you use your hacksaw, whatever you're going to use to cut it. It is steel, so you're going to have something pretty hefty. Here's the front bar. You just want to make a cut along here. You can see the hole right there. You kind of want to cut right to that point, and that's going to give it the right length. If you go too far out here, it's going to be into your print area. If you go too far this way, you're not going to get that support. So you want to cut it right along that hole. So we'll do that next. Now the paper feed roller bar, we're going to have to put this back in the printer, but we have to cut it because otherwise it go across the printer and the print area. You just want to come in far enough right there, so cut it, leave yourself enough room for the bearing and spring and all that kind of stuff. So that's where we cut that. Be very careful when you're cutting. One thing you got to be extremely careful of when you're cutting the printer frame is you don't want to twist anything, you don't want to bend anything. You don't want to get your cables in the way, and you want to cut as close as you can over here so it doesn't go out into your print area. There's a panel there. You want to be as flush with that as possible, and then on this side it's pretty flexible. You can just cut up that side. A lot of times it's best to cut 95% of the way and leave a little bit on both sides and then just twist it and break it off. And then clean it up with a file. If you're using a cutoff wheel or pretty much any method that's going to create a lot of dust and fragments, make sure you cover this area and the print head extremely well. I can't stress that enough. You get that fine metal dust into the grease on this rod here, and your print head is going to make noise and it's going to stress out this motor, and you could have a printer that throws a bunch of errors. So just watch out for that. Those are the cuts you have to do frame. Get that out of the way. The one other thing you need to cut, if you're going to put back the covers and stuff, you need to bring, this is the bottom plastic plate. There's a couple things we haven't done yet on it. Spin it around here. There's a screw right here. And this is going to take off the foam. Keep this stuff. This foam's really nice for using in your spit tray on the edge. So use that. Flip this upside down. There's 4 screws in here to get this tray off. So that just slips off this. You can keep it or you throw it away. It's not used for anything. Now the goal with this is to cut as close along this edge as possible up through here. Cut it off on that side. Then this one, same thing, cut along this edge, and that will remove enough of the center to get down so the print can go through the middle, the shirtboard can go through the middle. And that's pretty much it for the main things to cut. There's some cutting on the cover, the top cover you can do if you're going to put it back on. Some people do, some people don't.